What's going on? It's your boy Will My Craven coming to you another day with another video. And I want to deal with this is this with Mike Todd. If some of you don't know who Mike Todd is, he would be this guy. Yes, that guy. He's the preacher guy. So evidently Mike Todd did this. So Mike Todd decided to use this orchestration or this illustration in regards to a passage that's in the Bible where Jesus takes his spits in the dirt, takes the dirt and forms clay with it. But in this instance with Mike Todd, he doesn't make dirt. He doesn't make clay. He just simply puts the spit over the man's eyes. So instantly, people were outraged that he opted to use this spit on this man's eyes. And it's funny because all over my timeline is how all of a sudden it's now COVID. That's what's funny to me. It's funny that people are saying, "Oh, why would he do this?" And while we're going through COVID, like, hold on. First of all, a lot of you all go out here with no mask on, wherever you decide to go, and you want to holler it's COVID because he put the spit over the man. When I looked at the video, I saw plenty of people in there with no mask on. And I'm sure some of the ones that you can hear on the video are saying, all these other noises didn't have masks on that were saying it. So it's like, all right, really? Y'all concerned this much about COVID that now the spit's an issue. Now, mind you, for a lot of people, spit is going to be an issue. There's no two ways about it. But there's also a difference with the spit. There's a huge difference with the spit. If someone intentionally spits on you, which is generally out of a retaliation, you are going to be ready to fight. But let's not act like our parents, who possibly were slobbing each other in more ways than one, didn't spit on us. Like literally do this and wipe it on your face. Like literally. Like I had to make sure that I actually carried certain things around because I didn't even realize that I repeated something that my parents did to me I think I did it maybe 3 times. And then the third time I realized, like, wait a minute, this is what my parents did to me. Took spit and did it on my son's face and like, what the heck? No, no. But it happened. It happened, unfortunately. But a lot of us, especially of my skin complexion, brown people, we've experienced this because, on our skin, ash will show up, ashy skin will show up very easily. And you walked out of that door, especially in the cold season, and you didn't put stuff on, your skin is definitely going to crack up. So when you see that, it's like in our culture, the minute you see that, it's like almost an embarrassment. Like you decide to walk out of the house like that. This is what I heard from my parents. You decide to walk out of the house like that, and you represent me and all that. So we caught that saliva on our face, unfortunately, but they did it. But that's a different application of spit, even though it's just different. So the biggest thing I ended up noticing with that was how people responded. And one of the biggest things that I preach is knowing context. Knowing context, evaluation, that's like number one thing for me. Evaluation. And does it apply to you? Which is why I say almost all my videos, scale the fish, spit out the bones. Because in this situation, the spit ended up on, technically it was his brother. So mind you, I'm sure he had the conversation with his brother. Now, I'm sure at one point his brother probably didn't want to do it, but he willingly went on that stage. He willingly agreed. So which means he went up on the stage And he knew what was coming. So he more or less already prepared himself. And you could tell if you thinking and you know how to process, you could tell he's preparing himself on that stage for what's coming because he already knows. He already knew what was coming. But he only did it because it's his brother. So people are upset like, oh, ready to fight. If somebody you don't know does that, yes, you're going to be ready to fight. There's no two ways about it. You're going to be ready to fight. And that's the thing that I keep seeing all over on my timeline is about how disgusted it was. But I made a statement in regards to, okay, for all you people out here talking about it's disgusting. You eat booty. You don't find that to be disgusting? Well, it's different. Why? Because you think it's pleasurable. Okay, well, let's take it a step further. For all you ones out here who got your roaches as friends out there in your house, and they running around, is it not disgusting? You know what I'm saying? Someone probably coming up to you like, "Hey, what's going on, my man? Hey, what's going on, my guy? Yeah. Hey, Miss so and so. We gonna need you to not turn the lights on so fast because we was just in there, rummaging through your dishes trying to get a little extra meal in there. But you flipped the light on and we had to go run it because you know what I'm saying. We didn't want you seeing that we was having a good time in there. Like seriously, like some of y'all with roaches got roaches in your house and you don't think that's disgusting, but you will willingly sit down knowing you got them rascals in your house. You not disgusted by that? I mean, come on, man. We don't even talk about the bed bug. I mean, the rascals literally got bed bugs. Like, knowing you got bed bugs and you doing nothing about it. But if you have bed bugs and you're talking about spit is disgusting and all this, like, you really need to check yourself. Check yourself. And I'm not defending the guy as far as the whole spit deal. I'm not finna defend him on this is not what I'm dealing with. It just has nothing to do with defending him spitting. I mean, but that's his choice, and that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. My qualms is the people who I see all over the place when you have an issue with somebody, and then you want to turn around and say such and such, such. That's why, and I'm seeing it a lot coming from quote unquote so-called Christians. You know, y'all say y'all Christian and all this other stuff. Like, come on, man, you Christian, but you have nothing in regards to nothing about you says I'm gonna turn the other cheek. Now, you know that Bible that y'all read. Jesus turns around and says that you should turn the other cheek. You should do forgiveness. I mean, come on now. Like my issue is how you all are judging this situation and quick to find fault. That's really the issue here. You're quick to find fault. And anything I deal with on my channel or anything that I'm doing videos on, my thing is, I've said it in a ton of videos, take a step back, evaluate. Because if you're quick to find fault, what you fail to realize, especially, you Christian people out there who profess to be Christians, that is the biggest issue of why Jesus had issues with the Pharisees. And I'm more or less going to pull this up on the screen. But, yeah. Boo, 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 boo. That's not it. That's not the one I'm looking for. I want to look for the exact one. And is this it? No, that ain't it. I don't have it pulled up right now. Unfortunately, I don't have it pulled up. But I want to say that's Mark. I think that's Mark 7 and 13. I don't know why this showed up. What it showed up, but that is not John 14. I don't know why that was here. That might have been something else I wanted to mention. But anyway, I believe it's Mark 7:13, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if I can pull this up real fast. Mark 7:13. Yeah, it is Mark, but that it's actually Mark 7th chapter. The first one where it says, "Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes which came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed hands, they found fault." Now, the biggest thing now people gonna probably like, oh, we were just talking about the washing hands. No, the biggest thing there is finding the fault, because every time them Pharisees came to Jesus, they found fault with something. And this is why I always say that there in today's times have a lot of modern day Pharisees. They have modern day Pharisees because certain things that people think they're supposed to be this way and that way, and then it's like, oh, well, you're not doing such and such. You walk in a fine line of being a Pharisee. So you finding fault with why this guy actually took the spit and then put it on there because you don't agree with it, which goes with the other aspect of what I be saying about relationships. If you're not the one directly in the midst of those two interacting with each other, that technically isn't your business. It's not your problem. The man's putting the spit on his face was not your problem. The problem, if it was a problem, was his brother who he put the spit on. But if his brother got past that point of like, you know what, I'm gonna accept this, then there is no problem. Technically, there's no problem. Why? Because the brother agreed. Now, if he didn't agree, we would have saw all over social media dude putting hands on him. And then people saying, that's exactly what he get. He shouldn't have done it in the first place. But people out here finding fault on an issue that's not even an issue between the two who the thing events transpire with. And this is why our relationships have problems. Because we are somebody else's business. And missing, if there's a point to be made, missing the point. The point was not the spit being on my man's face and how he was saying and how he was using it. The problem with everybody was having, well, not everybody, a lot of people was having, is the fact that he just flat out used spit. And it was like, well, he didn't have no dirt. So, it's like any type of excuse to use for the reason why you're uncomfortable. That's it. And this is why I say relationships have so many problems, because people are looking at certain issues and hangups they have, and it don't apply to them. It don't, which is why you need to scale the fish and spit out the bones. It don't apply to you. If it don't apply to you, let it fly. You're adding actual stress to your life that you don't even need to be adding. It don't need to be added, which is why I say I don't have that much stress, because if I didn't do it, if I didn't cause it, I'm not finna worry about it. There's no point. I didn't get up there and spit in my hand. He didn't put the spit on my face, so it doesn't even bother me. It don't bother me one bit. He agreed to do that. That's their business. Like, so it's funny and it's sad at the same time, because people will be in a relationship with their man and woman or whoever, same sex or whatever, and the outsiders are looking at it and then trying to determine and put their imprint on their situation. It doesn't apply to you. Why are you trying to put your imprint, your thought process on someone else? It's the same. It's no different when people are in a interracial relationship. And like, especially in my own, it's like if a guy like me chooses someone outside of brown skin, oh, you don't like that. No, hold on. Do you even know why that even transpired? Did you ask questions first, or you just run off at the mouth, basing your assumptions, and then interjecting your opinion and feelings on something that wasn't even pertaining to you? Because if that actual person wanted you, you would have made yourself available. Come on, man. Like seriously, we do a lot of unnecessary stuff, and we throw ourselves as human beings in someone else's situation, and we shouldn't even be in that situation, because the situation had really nothing to do with us. In regards to this brother putting the spit on his brother. He put the spit on his brother. Hey, that's what you want to do? That's what floats your boat? by all means, go right ahead. It's not me. I don't care. It's not me. That's not. It's different if his brother turned around and said, "Hey, what you doing? Hey, y'all see this? Hey, help me out here." Then that gives you the leeway. Someone then turns around and asks for help. Then that means now you have been given the liberty to get into the situation. If they haven't given you that liberty to get in the situation, why are you going in there trying to do your own thing and make it to how we are? Oh, I know why. Because in the United States of America, we have this mentality. We get in everybody else's business, but we don't be in our own. And people out here who are U.S. citizens know this to be true. We're in everybody else's affairs, and we're not in our own affairs. We don't even handle what's in our own backyard. And this is why I'm saying this, because people like to say things about church people. They like to say things about government. They like to say things about whatever it is, Burger King, Target, Walmart. I don't do such and such because of such and such. And them people. No, it's just the people. And it's prevalent because this country, United States of America, which I do love it has its tweaks and its perks, but we are always in somebody else's business, except our own. And we don't want to take full accountability and responsibility for our own business. We want to get in somebody else's business and then act like it's okay. And then after we done tore up somebody else's business, then we don't care. Now you done get in somebody else's business, you done tore it up, and now you don't care, but you're the cause, which is why I did a video. It probably ain't even getting aired yet, but I did a video specifically about that. Being in somebody else's business and not caring. Man, it's a sad affairs, but it's, like I said, it's funny at the same time. Like, it's really funny and sad all at the same time, how people are constantly in other people's business, casting judgment, or thinking they know something that they don't really know, and then putting this stuff out there, and then don't turn around and apologize and say, "Oh, okay, I got that wrong. That was my bad." They don't. They make an excuse as to why, well, such and such did such and such. This is why this is why it is. I mean, we saw that with the AB situation. I did a video on that too. We saw that with the AB situation because AB has been put out there that his antics. So it's okay to turn around and say things that is not okay when you don't know the information because this person seems to have this reputation or this may be going on. That is not okay. It's not okay to interject your feelings or how you feel on something that you weren't involved with, because you're uncomfortable. And this is why we have this Me Too movement, because somebody's uncomfortable and not tending to their own business, but want to be in somebody else's business. This is why we have Me Too in the United States of America. Sad affairs. It's very sad affairs. As I say, fix your face, fix your spirit. Get it together. Mind your own business. And matter of fact, since I am talking about Christians, it is in your Bible where it says you want to cast the mote out of somebody else's eye, but you got the plank that's in your own. You want to get it out of his. It says first get the plank out of your eye before you can get the mote out of your brother's eye. Come on, man. Come on. Like, for this to be such a God-fearing country, we establish things on God, man. The stuff that happens here is like, seriously? Like, seriously? Do you not see that? Like, you realize how hypocritical that is? Like, come on, man. Man. It's comical. It is extremely comical. And especially the fact that people don't even see it. That's what's going on. Like, you don't even see yourself. My dad always talk about it all the time. Like, son, and being blind, I realize people that are blind are not really the ones that's blind. It's the people who actually can see that don't realize how blind they really are. It's like, it's like I didn't realize how blind I was until I became blind. Physically. Like, yo, it's funny. It's like seriously funny. Man, it's funny, man. This is funny, man. Like, y'all would instantly really be fight. And think about it. That man more so he decided to use his brother because he knew he wasn't gonna fight him. That's called wisdom, application, evaluation. And this is the stuff I always constantly preach on: evaluation, application, wisdom. This is the stuff that's important because there's no way in the world, if I'm Mike Todd, I'm gonna ask somebody to come on stage as I'm doing this illustration of how I'm doing it and put spit on them when I know they're gonna fight. That would be stupid. Then I put myself in a precarious situation for me to look really stupid. Like, oh, you didn't know that was gonna happen? No. That's why those events transpired because he knew who he could use to do that. Which is why I said that's between him and his brother. He knew they had that. There is no way in the world you could put spit on a person without having a conversation about that already. There's no way in the world. Period. I mean, think about your relationship. There's no way in the world you can go out there and fool around with another man or fool around with another woman if you ain't talked to a person like, hey, I want an open relationship. This is how I move. This is how I flow. They know that. They cool with that. Now, go with somebody who don't know that information. You out here creeping. You opening yourself up and being subject to either getting yourself killed, badly hurt, or some negative happening. That's what's going to happen. Key part of communication. And when you communicate this stuff, the other person has to comprehend it in order for the application to actually transpire. So the application in this situation was the spit getting on his face. They had to communicate that. Because as everybody most of you all who saw that, you talk about that's disgusting, disrespectful, and we finna fight. That cannot happen. That situation would not have transpired without a conversation happening. That's just basic common sense. So with basic common sense, you understand, like, okay, cool, we're gonna do this. And for those who caught it, you gonna catch it. Now I ain't see the whole sermon. I just saw that part because that's the part that was floating out there. I mean, if I see it, if I see the actual video, I might will check out the whole thing because I want to hear the context of what he was trying to say. And what he was actually not trying to say, what he was saying, because he said what he said, and it's out there. You can't take it back. He said what he said. It's out there. There was no trying nothing. He said what he said. So, man, yeah, man, this is another prime example of getting context, taking a step back, sitting back, evaluate. And it's constantly showing how people don't evaluate situations. This is how you will have a better relationship. Evaluate. And it's things like these that like really just take the time, like, oh, okay. Well, he put that spit on her, like, man, that was nasty. Excuse me. That was nasty. Okay, well, it wasn't me. But I'm curious, why did he put that spit on him? What was the point? Oh, and if you actually go in and then look and listen, like, oh, okay. Well, he did something that was outlandish. I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna be one. But okay, I see the point he's trying to make. I mean, this is stuff, period, with people in general. Like, a person is saying something, they're trying to make a point. Or they possibly want to be heard. One of those cases too. I mean, even with me doing this video, I'm sharing information. Whoever hears it. I want to be heard. But it's not to, oh, okay, I'm not looking to go viral on it. I can care less of how many people actually watch these videos. It's those who actually take it, apply it. That's the only thing I'm looking for. And me making these videos is why I originally set out doing this stuff with my own son, when it's like, all right, no, let me share this with the masses. It ain't just for me to be a parent to my own son. There's some people who just don't understand this stuff in life. I'll share it. That's the whole thing of me doing it. And then as with the situation what he did, he pretty much he's as a pastor, he's putting out there, he's trying to teach people certain things. All right, that's the context. Okay, I'm doing certain thing to teach people certain things. Well, Like I say, both my parents was preachers, so I get it. I get why preachers do such and such. I've been in so many stinking meetings. It's not even funny. I understand why certain things transpire the way they do, and why they do certain things the way they do. And do I agree with them? No, I don't. But I mean, I get why they do them because let's just face it, as the Matrix told us, people want to be told what to do. People are not going to do the stuff themselves. Most of these people who go to church, or most of you people who are religious that actually have a Bible, most of you don't know it. You don't know it. It shows, and this is why I'm saying a lot of this stuff, because we, as a people in this world, we will be a lot better off if we took the time to actually evaluate stuff, take it in, process it. I see on social media all day long. You write something, I ain't reading that. Oh, that's too long. Oh, even with this video, I'm now at 20-something minutes. Oh, I don't want to see that. Oh, that's too long. Blah, blah, blah. We don't, as human beings, we want the stuff put right in front of us, quick, fast, in a hurry. And then we have no substance. There's no value. You're not going to get much substance with just a little bit. Imagine if if everybody crawled in the world, no one will walk. A baby comes in this world seeing everybody walking but them. So they keep trying to walk because they see it constantly. This is how the baby grasps to walk. like this stuff is basic. When you really start opening your mind to evaluate stuff and look at things as opposed to just want it quick, fast, in a hurry, things will make total sense. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I get that. Oh, I see that. Oh, I already know what they're trying to do. Whatever. You blow stuff off too. It's like, oh, okay, I got it. Like I said, I'm gonna use that analogy so much that I know y'all gonna get tired of me. And that's the whole thing as far as the algebra. And I use it because it's so relatable. People understand it. You didn't understand algebra because you didn't know it. Therefore, it was hard. It made no sense. You didn't want to be bothered with it. You'd rather go to a whole nother class than algebra class because, like, oh, well, this don't make sense. Once it makes sense, okay, oh, I got it. Or whatever. Such, that's the answer. Huh? Yeah, such. You're just going about your business. But anyway, all my church people out here, you know what I'm saying, y'all perish because of lack of knowledge. Go ahead and read that Bible, you know what I'm saying. Understand that stuff that Jesus was talking about. You're like, you and your vain traditions. That's also in Mark 7. And, you know, Matthew 5 is extremely important, as well as John 14 and 15 is pretty much the whole basis of what he wanted his church to be. But you know what I'm saying? I look up and I see y'all do so and so, and it's like, this is why people say church hurt and you don't trust them church people, because y'all don't know this. Yeah, man, y'all don't know this stuff. The stuff you preach and the stuff that y'all say, man, y'all don't really know it for the fullest. Can you legit be up there like my man's brother? Because now my man's brother was up there, turned the other cheek, and he let him do it. Y'all instantly, you see the scripture where Peter was ready to throw hands, cut the man ear off, and that's the side y'all want to pick on. And when Jesus wasn't even for that, he put the man ear on and telling him, no, man, that ain't what, paraphrasing, that ain't what I want y'all on. Peace. I mean, today I'm recording this video. It's Martin Luther King Day. It's the holiday. That's what that man was about. Peace. Turn the other cheek. How you profess to be a Christian and you're not turning the other cheek? You ready to fight, or you ready to get upset with somebody and not forgive? Come on, man. This is how y'all make yourselves look bad. And you shouldn't be trying to make yourself look bad if you actually take the time and learn the stuff. But like I said, as I always say, fix your face, fix your feelings. My name is Will Mike Craven, and I'm about this joint.